Go. Nine impilo, bro. Never give up.
I never give up impela serious.
I get better, papa. Don't stop, Pogilo.
Now you're not bad.
Watch.
I made a choice to go back and face my demons.
No mince impilo, ayo pick up the pieces. No me katilele zige show pick up the pieces. No me kaya get shoni way yo pick up the pieces. Yo impilo le inkosi kon pick up the pieces. No mince impilo, ayo pick up the pieces. No me katilele zige show pick up the pieces.
Emakhaya kuthabile igama ngonxazo ngefani abamaziyo ke nabamthandayo bambiza ngoprofessor. Guys, ngizobe ndiniphathele uhlelo lethu olutsha apha olubizwa ngempumelelo. Siphethe usise apha osivakasheleyo namhlanje osixelela ngejeni yakhe. Igama lakhe nguphungeka. Ngapha kwakhe sinomahlanga uHlangamen bambiza ngofisho omkhulu. Uye ke ngozobe sincedisa njenge-guest yethu yesibili. Ngethemba lokubana ijeni ezoza nayo isitori sakhe nejeni yakhe izonikhuthaza kumakhaya yabulela. Njengoba bendithile ukuba nezigesi zami zimbini ngizawubanika ithuba bazazise ngokwabo ubaba ngobani na ngevelaphi na phambi koba sinike usisigongeka ke asiqaqele asibheka phansi ngevelaphi nendlela yakhe ababheke khona. Siqale ngawe Mahlanga.
Mahlanga lona yababantwana bazenza impilo kulala yasesibhangeni andiyivalanga.
Okay, igama lami ndikungela njengoprof besechilo kuthiwa ndibangena kusukela e-Eastern Cape Flagstaff kwilali yakwaBanda.
Ya nimvile nathi ndiphethe abantu besisakhuku staff. Andiyazi ke nakumzimkhulu izawubiza njengendawo yase-Eastern Cape noba yase-KZN na. Kungeka sicela ukukunika ithuba usixelele kabanzi into yobana ukungeka usuke eFlagstaff ekhule nabani efunda esikolweni esinjani phambi kokubana afike
Six sisters and two brothers, so I meet them in Kaya. Ndifundele eNkonyana Junior Secondary School. Besikolo nje esikhulu, grade kanye i-had 2 classes for example grade 9A and B, and in each grade we had about 70 learners in each class. Then I moved to Durban, grade 10, now in Bonella Secondary School. I matriculated in 2015. Then from there I applied at VKZN School campus. I did my degree in biological science. I finished it in 2018. 2019 I did my honors in plant physiology. Then last year I applied for masters. I'm currently doing my second year masters in crop science at PMB campus. Yeah, so that's how it is.
It's an interesting journey, guys. We know that it might not be easy as it is on the story, because we are kebilega abalayo ngathi nje ibisenze siyayazi ke into yasesikolweni impilo yasemakhaya. Looking at where you say you're coming from, usuka emakhaya wazogqibezela elokishini, andazi ke noba ndiphazami ngathi ngibonile elokishini. It's a township school. So normally kubanzima manje abantwini abasuka kwezikolo ezinje esuka emakhaya nakwi-townships ubana balenze izinga eliye lidingwe okanye abazifumane eza point ezidingo to get into universities. I'm sorry. Abanye bayazifumana ezi boys ufumaniseke uba abekho aware about what's happening. So wena ungathi ngathi uncedwe yintoni into yobana uzibone sowufikile kula mabanga phezulu?
From grade 10 to 12, I was one of the best performing students at school. So we would go to competitions representing the school. So in those competitions, we would meet people who are willing to help us further our education. And one of those people was Martha Bichet, who is the director of Impumelelo School's project. She's the one who took me to the journey from, okay, I applied through CEO, then I had to go to campus. I didn't know where the campus is, so she helped me. She went with me to UKZN Westwood campus. I figured that I'll accept the offer. I paid the registration fee with the help of my sisters. Yeah, because I was still waiting for NSFAS. So I paid the registration fee, then I started studying. Throughout my undergrad, I would say my sisters helped me a lot in terms of finances, because sometimes we would start the semester without having the allowance for that month. So they would help me with food, they would buy me food and give me transport money. Yeah.
So we are in terms of infrastructure, in terms of the accessibility to information and stuff. Can you please elaborate to us?
Well, I wouldn't say Bendina access to information, because eskoleni at junior secondary school, in the best not anything about after school. No information about the universities, how is the setup in the universities, no, so we're just sticking to them. We didn't even have library. The library is in town. I've never been there because I moved and came to study here at Durban. Internet access was through internet cafes. We didn't know anything about that then, so yeah, the information access was very limited, I would say that.
So by school, did you have this textbook? Write your own notes,
Normally those scholars that you ask man study, but sometimes they need textbook 1 can buy 5.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, I mean, as my textbook will buy because
yeah.
Yes.
And we ended up paying for a textbook without remembering who took the textbook towards the end of the year. So we shared textbook 4 or 5 of us. So that how can you learn with that kind of setup? It was very difficult.
I'm sorry to get in so early. In your introduction, you were mentioning Bana
Yeah.
You didn't tell us about your parents.
Yes. Yeah, I was raised by both my parents. Unfortunately, my father passed when I was 7 or 8. Yeah, so I was, from that age, it was only my mother who is still with us.
Your mother is working or your mother is...
No, she never worked. My mother never worked. I think up my school and 4 or 3. So as much as husband she knows nothing about what I'm doing. Yeah.
That's I wouldn't say it's an interesting story for those who are present now. It look like it's a story something. What are the stories as a fan?
Yeah.
Ijeni yakho le yabonakala ba bingeyo jeni lula ngoba ubonakala ngathi ubuzimele ngokwe information thethe ngoke support yourself. Wasibabonakala ngathi they were there for you. The girls, them girls were there for you.
Yes.
Ngoku ufikile university. Ubonakala wenze kahle ngendlela osixelela ngayo thina izinto bezihamba kahle academic. zikhona i-challenges engathi ubunazo academically within the university system? Zintoni ezo challenges?
The challenges I've had, it was the pressure and the amount of work that we were getting. I remember in my second year, I think it was first semester or second, but one of those semesters, we had four practical classes per week, so that we only had 1 day off. Those practices from 2 to 5, so you can imagine we came to campus at 7:45, then we left at 5 or 5:30. So in each week we had to submit what do they call it? Preg reports. Preg reports. So with the help of my friends, we went through that. It was difficult. I remember this one time I was stressed about the DP. It was bio 200. I was stressed. I had about 42%, and the DP was the DP was 40%. So I was so stressed. But I went to the exams with the help of my friends, studied, and went through that. So yeah. And the lecturers were available. It's just that we didn't use that much of their time because we had classes, back-to-back classes. So, yeah.
So with regards to those challenges, othetha ngazo benazo university, zeziphi ongaziclassifya ngento yobana mhlawumbi there were challenges because of your background yesikolo osuka kuso, and how did you manage to overcome?
I think challenges due to background, accessing information on campus. Already on campus there is information, but I don't know where, who to ask. Yeah. Yes, I remember this one time we got lost lecture. So we registered Ellen. Some are in the passing back, no, the lecture is in this venue. Yeah, I missed that lecture, so I ended up going to the second lecture. Yeah, another thing with regards to the background was address. Address, I was staying with people from Durban, people from a better background than I am, than I'm from. So when it comes to buying food, I would buy the basics: tin fish, beans, rice, oil, and whatever. And they would buy. I'll say tuna because there's a story behind tuna.
Give us a story. Where came for such?
This girl said, okay, go. Fish and no beans. I didn't have an answer for that because I mean that's all I knew. Then this other time she was on and on about tuna. Then I asked, what is tuna? She laughed and I'm like, what's the joke? No, I want to know. Well, but I ended up finding, okay, tuna is that meaty thing, I said tuna. Yeah, so that's one of the challenges I've had. It was difficult because sometimes you would find that you are excluded in a conversation in a way because they're talking about things that you don't know. So yeah.
So in terms of language, do you have the market?
No, I had that in high school because in grade 10, it was difficult. It was difficult.
Yeah, sounds so interesting. As I said before, I was going to listen to Umnani was beans. I remember one of my friends first year this boy was cooking his beans there, and then
Imagine someone saying that about your food.
First time the boy figure, we know isolated, but in that moment, into I felt like ayazi makwenza kantoni zange iphinde ufuna upheka lana because of such thing. We had to tell that person, but boy, this is the life, this is how things are here. People are coming from indawo ezahlukeneyo. So akho nto elula man. Masebunike ixesha abantu bafuna istories zakho. Ngoku sowufikile ke kwa university. Usixelele nge-challenges. Kunokubuza. Is there any best moment that you can tell us that yes, I had these rooms, I want to booze and game but they are always going to be the best sides. Not always, if I may be, but there can be those times where I said, no, rooms are, she was there or he was there for me.
One of those days I changed roommates, so I got this Roomza who's the best. She was like an assistant to me. She was younger than me, but I think the best moment I've had with her was the support I received when I graduated my degree. She's into beauty, so she was doing my makeup, asking me how is the progress with regards to preparation for the grad. That was exceptional. I remember then my family came. I introduced them to her. I think at that time she was still busy with my makeup. Not used to makeup, but she made sure that I looked the part. Yeah, they were there. They took me from Res to Sports Center. So that was one of the best moments I've had with her.
Yeah. Alright. So ndifuna sikhe sikhuphe kancinci campus inzikhuphe res. As umuntu ne besuka emakhaya. Move to edolobhini ukodwa moving to city. Bayingxaki. Kwendlela ezininzi. So ndifuna ukhube deep. Kusibalisela ngeza moments. Khona izihlekisa ezibhlungu but ethi bazozibalisa kodwa but what?
Okay, well, together like grade 10 to 12, and I was around. Zangen Ben has a problem. Since I stayed down, she was taking care of everything. I got everything I needed. So that's like this thing. Then I had to stay alone. I had to be my own person. Then we had to buy pots with my friend. I don't know the streets, but I remember Sasfuna Imbizazopek. We went around. I think for the third time, we saw for the third time by Ayman. What's happening? Then from there, then figuring out such a time. Because obviously, as if I was born so I changed directions and then we wanted the cheapest because NS at that time was 800 around that time. So we wanted pots around 200. We wanted 3 of them, get 200. Imagine. So some local shops, some China, not to shop right.
But they're so hard.
No, they look like hard. I remember the first time Sipera girls. Zacha. After good days, as in yam, Sipan. Then I wasn't a person who would go out more often. Because if I loan to Kibeli takes up in the shop right, but then from then getting so that was it. Except that moment, that was it. I didn't have any other embarrassing moment.
Yeah. I seem to be lucky enough, but now that we are very close to you about projectile to be exposed to this. Because sisazova manje sininzi izitolo ezenzeka abantu abasoka kwezindawo abanye bebanjwe inkunzi down yabo abanye njengomuzithu abanye bekhwela itaxi eyi-1 bejikeleza down bekhangela indawo. So it's one of those stories that we would say they shape you
Yeah, yeah.
njengoba ulapha nje uyibalisa kamnandi sengathi incoko le.
We're laughing about it.
We are laughing about it. It shows that nawe njengomuntu strong mentally, if you can pass through such things with a smile. There's a lot of smile in your face.
So, I just want to ask, man, as song we realize that because of the background and there's many challenges. How are you willing to actually, are you willing to assist abanye abantu who are from the same background as you, so that because there are things we can't know if bekunje nakanje they would have not happened. So how are you willing to assist if you are?
Well, I think I took a step to be that person. I'm not sure if it was last year. I applied to be an RA. RA are those people who students come to for help, for information about the campus. Because sometimes you can see a first year student, you can see without them telling you, you can see them, you can see if they're lost. So I wanted to be that person. I applied, but unfortunately I didn't get accepted. I applied again for this year. I haven't got a response yet. So I'm hoping they are going to take me this year. So I want to be that person. Besides that, before in March, before Corona started came in South Africa, I forgot the name of this program, where the people of that program were helping students around campus. Lost, looking for venue, for a lecture venue, looking for Department of Finance. Unfortunately, that organization didn't continue because we were at the stage where we had to come together to discuss about the program, but then we had to go home. Came back after June, so no one was interested after that.
Didn't think it. Yeah, I'm thinking deep. Again, nesithetha apha for izinto ziyabuya manje masiqhubeleke into bana wafika wenza ntoni na. Kune-challenges ezibethe kakhulu abantu abasuka kwezi backgrounds ezingaqinanga kakuhle nge-information. Wayi-choice ye-degree urealize sokwa second year okanye sokwa third year, but this is not what I'm all about. Would you say wena wazichuzela le degree yenzayo or yachuzwa by the results zakho and then wafall in love? What was the situation in that regard? Because it's been a long time.
Well, I didn't even know what biological sciences was at that time. So I applied due to the money points about okay, I can put this in my CO. I can do it because in high school we were taught that if you are good at something, you should do something that relates to that at a university. So I researched about biological science and it's like, okay, sure, it's about nature and what. You know how Google is. Google gives us something so broad. So then I applied. Was second year. That's how much it. I wanted to go to the Department of Health. I don't know why I didn't, but accepted the application. Then I think I was only studying. I wouldn't say I didn't love it. I was just going with the flow. So I started falling in love with it in second year last semester. The second semester second year. There was this module that was dealing with animal and plant physiology. Then I realized from that module, but no, I'm interested in plants. Yeah, interested in plants. So imagine I'm in second year. I studied through my first year without knowing what I want, without knowing what I'm interested in, and I only found out towards the end of second year. Okay, I continued, I finished my degree. After I finished my degree, I didn't know it was possible to go from my degree and go apply PMB, apply crop science. I wanted to do plants, but I wanted to do plants that are related to food. so I didn't know at that time, so I continued the plant physiology. Then after my honors, I talked to people and said, I want to do crop science. I want to do crop science. Then someone suggested a supervisor. I went and met him at PMB. Then from there, I enrolled to crop science through my master's. Imagine, after 4 years. Yeah, so that is one of the challenges I've experienced with regards to the lack of information.
Guys, niyazivela because ndobana xa usuke emakhaya okanye usuke elokishini ifundileka lapho usuka kwindawo apho i-information engekhoyo uye ube nee-challenges okanye imicelimingeni ehlukileyo kunabanye abantu abasuka kwindawo ezelayo. Kodwa loo micelimingeni ayithi xa ungazazi uba kwenzela ntoni abanye uzokwenza ntoni buyile ekhaya. Ithi siyanyamezela nama ndiyithethi ngoba ndiyazi ngento ndiyithethayo, ndiyiva apho kuphungeka wayasikhombisa ubana ndiyamezela ndazi ndenza ntoni na, ndizoyibamba second year ba hayi mani ndingalunga apho, uzoyibamba third year into yobana no ndinga-eda something ngaphezu kwayo, uzoyibamba after years. So uyasikhombisa into yobana uyanyamezela, akho yonke into ethi gqika lula, uyibekile kungeka again. Mna ndifuna ukuthi uwe as you are ngendlela usibekele ngayo isitori sakho. Abantu abanjengawe ndithanda babiza nge-champions. I call myself a champion. Isitori sakho sisomntu osuke ezilalini. Le micelimngeni yomntu osuke ezilalini. Ndithi kuni nonke nenalapho usuke ezilalini, usuka elokishini. Ndithanda manje ndifuna ukulibeka ngegameni. Usuka kwezi ndawo zingana-information. Sebenzisa noba yintoni nayo phambi kwakho, ufike eyunivesithi. Sofika eyunivesithi kulapho kuzovela khona uba ungubani, ufuna ukwenza ntoni na empilweni. Andinanto etheni na ndizayithetha, kodwa ke sithi usisi wethu yi-champion. Again, you are a champion. You're going to continue to inspire a lot because you are not stopping anytime soon. I can say, but you got more motivation. You're still going forward. You're still in that system, that education system.
So I crave, so I